Welcome back to the Boat Life with the Cordelians. We've just arrived on the gorgeous island of St Martin. We're here to grab a couple of essential boat parts ordered from the States. We've also made some huge decisions whilst we've been here. After 17 years of living on board full time, we want to share with you what we think is our final decision on the refit work we have planned for Cordelia during this coming hurricane season. So stay with us and let us know your thoughts on our planned upgrades. We are the Cordelians, Steve, Annette and Gus. We're down-to-earth budget sailors creating an alternative life living on our beautiful Venus Ketch. Our plans, sailing as far as we can for as long as we can. After 2 days of being on the boat, we're just going to go and check in. It's no more or no less wild than what it was 2 days ago, so we need to go and check in, otherwise we could get into trouble, we think. We have done it online, obviously. We have done it online, but we do need to go and get it stamped. So anyway, that's where we're going. And depending on what it's like over there, we might pop to Island Waterworld too. You waiting to get in, Gus?
Get him in?
You can, yeah, put him in, yeah. I'm not so sure this is a good idea. Here goes. We missed the check-in, they're closed now, we've got to go back later, so we're just going to go and find somewhere to have something to eat and go to the Chandlery, Island Waterworld, and we'll come back and check in on our way out. Passing through at the moment is actually split into two, so at the moment we're here in the French side, and as soon as we go under this bridge we'll be in the Dutch side. So the whole of St Martin is split into two countries, but you can freely move between the two without having to check in and out, in and out, in and out all the time. As it was, the French side decided that we didn't actually need our paperwork signed, so we were clear to move around. I know, we're going in a minute. He knows that we're getting ready to go out. I'm going to go and take him to the beach for a run round. He needs it. He hasn't been off the boat for a couple of days. Sorry?
Not me or the dog.
Steve, we need to do something with your hair. There's something... Would you be quiet, please? There's something very wrong with it.
Why?
Well, because there just is. It just looks...
It's very unmanageable at the moment.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be carefree and young, but it's just a load of shite.
Yeah, you can forget the young bit, but...
Luckily it still grows. If you ever get skin...
A bit like the hair on your face, that could do with a bit of a clean off as well. That's what happens when you're on the boat for 3 or 4 days without getting off. That does. That happens.
It's got nothing to do with me getting off.
He's right there, it doesn't. Anyway, we are getting off. He's put the dinghy in the water and we're going to go and take Gus for a walk. In the short period of time since we've been here, we have noticed more stray dogs. But that does mean, being a French island, that it is a little bit more easier with Gus. Entry into the French side of St Martin was simple and definitely a lot easier on the beaches with him. St Martin is an island in the Leeward Islands of the Caribbean and consistently have strong winds. and it's certainly living up to it at the moment. This was meant to be a quiet day today. They said the forecast for Sunday to Wednesday was calm. We were thinking about moving anchorage. You gotta be joking, look at this. Not all sun and sand and beautiful carrot. Well, no, it is beautiful. Lulls you into that sense of safety, and then bang. These cost an absolute fortune. They're marine ware. They're great plates, and they are very well made and very expensive, as I said. I was throwing some food into the sea and it slipped out of my hand. And it's a set of 6. And I've got 6 of everything. Oh, yeah. Steve's not happy. Steve's not happy at all because he's got to go in swimming and it's not particularly warm here. So anyway, he's going to go see if he can find it. I've got to say, Steve's very brave because this water really is quite chilly at the moment. It's nowhere near as warm as what it was when we were in Guadeloupe. Oh, sorry, that's Gus getting excited because he's going in as well. Look at him.
I've just got to control myself with the fact that it's warmer than the Solent.
He reckons he can see it already. No, Gus, no, no. Oh! Steve goes under and he goes in. Come over here, Gus.
Got it?
Oh my God! Well done! Well done! I'm super impressed. Sorry, he jumped in as soon as you went down. Amazing!
Started growing barnacles on it.
It's been down there for about 5 days. Oh, it's nice and clean as well.
Unlike the bottom of the boat.
Pardon?
Unlike the bottom of the boat.
Yeah. Seems like for ages since I've been stood at this helm. Anyway, we're just moving. We're in Marigot Bay at the moment and we're only moving a couple of miles. I don't even think it's a couple of miles. Just up the coast a bit. So we want to go swimming. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Being told off. As soon as I see the swivel, the anchor swivel, then I start moving off. Not until then. Unless he tells me that he's got mud on the anchor. And that's definitely not going to happen here. There we go, see the swivel. Off we go. Look at the beautiful colour of this boat. Almost can't see it because it's the same colour as the sea. Absolutely stunning for around here. We've come just a mile up the coast, 1.5 miles up the coast. and we're at Grand Case now. The water looks lovely. Wow, it looks pretty lovely here. A beautiful sunset.
We're out of gas. Can't get it. I thought there was a little bit in there, but there's not.
Fuck. We got a freezer full of food as well.
Hello? Hello, is that Mr. Cool? Hi. Hi, I'm trying to locate some R134A refrigerant. Is that something you do? It is. Fantastic. What size?
Excellent, so we need to get over there today.
We need to up anchor and get round to Marigot Bay and get through, and it's in the Dutch side up near Ace.
Okay. So. We're on our way back to Marigot Bay because we've got a problem with the bloody gas on the freezer again. But somebody, Mr. Cool, has got some in Marigot Bay, so on the Dutch side. So we're going to go back and go and get some because it's Friday and we don't know whether they're open tomorrow and Saturday. So it'll only take us an hour to get back there and hook up, and then Steve's going to go ashore and go and grab some. But we want to come back here. I love it here, it's really nice. Steve's just lifting the anchor and we'll be off. It's quite windy, but at least it's in the direction that we need it to be in. Just started blowing a hoolie, really quite wild.
Smokers on the port bow, or port beam now. Smokers. Like flies round a turd.
So I went to Mr. Cool's and he had them, $10 a can. And so we're back to
regassing again.
Yeah, I know, I've got to find the leak, but it's such a small leak, it lasts about 2 weeks. was a bit of a wild ride to get there.
I just see you put your t-shirt somewhere. Does it get wet?
Yeah, it's just, it wasn't so bad on the way there because I was with the waves, and once I got in the lagoon I was okay, because this is like a 6 mile round trip. And I also found out where the new West Tech office is.
Shush. Oh, did you? Yeah.
Yeah, opposite Mr. Cool.
Oh, right. So it's a little way.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
We've mentioned in previous episodes how, when we returned to Cordelia after leaving her for 10 months, we realised that she was in desperate need of some TLC. Here we share with you some of the plans and ideas that we have for refitting her during hurricane season this year. We have 4 of these hatches, 1 at the back, 1 at the front, and 2 over the saloon area. The old one here, I'm going to show you what...
They're original.
Yeah, these are the original hatches that were on the boat, which Steve has replaced the perspex on once already.
And it looks rough because I've glued it in about 4 times because I had real trouble getting it to,
as you can see here,
bond on.
We have no way of holding this up. There should be an arm. That's what these bits are for here. There should be an arm.
Yeah.
Latches onto that bit there, which will hold it up and open. And normally speaking, it would be open kind of about like that.
So we use...
Can you hold it?
Yeah, we use a bit of string.
This bit of string here.
I just stand out here all the time.
So what we have to do is, this loop here...
Goes over that cleat.
Yeah, we hang it on the cleat just there. I'll hold it up with my knee. Take the loop. And there. So, and that's how we have it.
But what it means is when it's raining at night, or when it periodically you get a squall come through, one of us has got to run outside and unhook these at the front and the back.
I do it as well. You don't always do it.
I try to be the gentleman.
You don't try hard enough then, because I quite often come out here.
I've been nursing them for 17 years, finding broken bits of lock, repairing it, gluing it, super gluing locks back together. And I've always had my eye on these shiny ones.
Well, we know somebody else that's used them on their Venus 46, and Steve's been in contact with him.
Yeah, that's our mate John. We just wanted to, I just wanted to check that he was happy with them. So he's been very helpful in letting me know how he did it, so that it'll make my life easier when we come to do it.
And then the other thing that we are going to do is we've got new port lights. This one's pretty old. That obviously that's the fly screen. I think, yeah, that's exactly why it's like it is.
And again, we've been cobbling them together and changing the rubbers and changing the... Well, I can't get the lenses for them easily, but I've rebedded the lenses.
So strangely, they don't look as bad outside as what they do inside, considering...
No, but they're an alloy, so the alloy's all kind of blown. It causes a lot of internal water damage to the wood. We took a decision that we're only here once, and we love this boat, and yeah.
She needs quite a bit of TLC. The other thing that we're going to, because we're changing the hatches, these hatches as well, these are on top of the saloon. Because we're changing the hatches, both ends of the boat and the 2 on the saloon, we've also decided that it would be absolutely ridiculous to put some beautiful new hatches on and windows in without sorting this out. So the whole of the coach roof is...
Yeah, it's actually painted, and it's like, it's past its sell by, and the non-skid is well past its sell by.
You see, and these are the things that you don't necessarily see on our videos because we try and hide them.
She's 41 years old.
Yeah. Yeah, so the cockpit combing will also be done as well. When they paint the coach roof outside here, we will also have all of this repainted in here. Another job that we're going to look at getting done is having the whole boat revarnished inside. That's a lot of wood to be done. We may not be able to financially be able to afford to get the whole lot done, so we will pick certain parts. So maybe just in the saloon here and going down into the galley and have that done. But you can see here, look, this is just, if that makes any difference. Yeah, so they're just shot, completely shot. And a lot of them are leaking really badly. That's what all of this is. Hence the reason why we need a lot of the teak revarnishing. It's just this here, all along here, around the whole of the top of it, we're actually going to have painted white. See, look, that's bad over there. That's really blurred. And you can see how wet that is. Bad. So yeah, we're going to paint all of that white after the windows are gone in. We're also going to renew this. All of the headlining is going to be renewed. We've already got that on board. So Steve and I will actually do that job ourselves. So that will make a huge, huge difference. And the floor as well. She kind of doesn't look too bad when you look at her like that until you get close up. And it is bad. It really is bad. You see, that is bad. I can't wait for this to be done, this next job. But there is kind of 5% of me that is a little bit worried. So we plan to have that seat and that seat joined together with a sofa. So this becomes another kind of long sofa. There aren't very many Venus Ketches still sailing around, and there are a couple that do have the full settee there. And I've always wanted it as a full settee. However, that there is my workstation. And I work there, and that's where I do all the editing of the video. Hey, well, you can see that's where I do all the editing of the videos. So I am just a little bit worried about whether we're making the right decision. Unless somebody can think of a way that I can have a workstation over the sofa. Has anybody got a workstation over the sofa? But it is weird to have two dining tables in such a small area. It's just odd. You've got one there and then one there. Another job we're going to do is we've ordered a new sink and a new tap. I mean, look at this. This is dreadful. But yeah, we've actually got holes in the sink. That plug there, it doesn't leak, but it is holy. So a lot of work, an enormous amount of work. What's on the list?
Interior varnish.
The list is massive and quite daunting, and as we all know, every boat job takes 4 times longer than ever planned. So not only have we got to get there, will we ever leave the Rio Dolce? I think that's about it. So it's quite a list. If anybody would like to come and help us, please let us know. We'll be in Guatemala when the majority of this is being done. So if you want to come and help us, we'd be more than happy for you to. And if anybody wants to buy the boat before we actually start all this work, give us a call.
Buy it?
Yes.
It's not for sale.
Don't miss our full explanation of why we're heading to Guatemala. It's at the end of the episode. Thanks for watching, and a super thanks to all our Patreon and Coffee supporters. Join us in a couple of weeks when we set sail for the romantic British Virgin Islands. Ciao for now. To enjoy ad-free viewing, join us on Patreon, but don't forget to use the Patreon webpage rather than the app. It just means that we benefit a little bit more from your donation. Thank you.
Part of the reason for going to Guatemala is there over the last, I don't know how many years, but we've been looking into it quite a lot. There is quite a boating community in the Rio Dolce area. A lot of Americans have been going there for a lot of years, and so there's been quite a kind of a build-up of marine skills there with welders and upholsterers and painters and varnishers. And is that cool coming in from
H&H.
H&H? H&H.
offering us wins.
They got a second-hand, hardly used 442. Oh no, that's a balance. What's it? A 44. HH 44. Hardly used. One careful owner.
No.
No. Yeah, so they've built up quite a skill set down there, and the costs seem quite reasonable. So it won't be us doing it all on our own. We'll be hopefully getting help from people that are down there. That's the plan.
Yeah, we've had loads of people contact us, loads of suppliers contractors contact us, having put out a quick post on the Guatemala Sailors group, and yeah, it's been quite interesting. We've had quotes, but realistically, until they actually see the boat, they're not going to be able to give us a proper cost.
It's out of the hurricane. We're going there for hurricane season. It's out of the kind of hurricane belt because Rio Dolce is 20 miles inland. So it's not that you're not going to get storms, but you're not going to get hurricanes. Sort of the idea. And the cost of berthing there is really quite reasonable. So there's a lot of plus factors. Plus, you're in a rainforest, and we've never really been in a rainforest, and it just looks really good.
If you watched our episode, back about 3 or 4 months ago, we did actually do a costings for whether it was better to go to Guatemala or Grenada or Martinique for hurricane season, or even the ABCs, and Guatemala was by far one of the most reasonable and able to do all of the jobs that we want.
It's quite a long way away from where we are, so there's a bit of an adventure to get there, but no, we're looking forward to it.
So as I say, if you want to come and give us a hand, we'd love to see you.
Or a Kofi.